The 1.11 Barbarossa update is set to be released this year along with the new DLC for Hearts of Iron 4. This DLC will most likely focus on the Eastern Front with the Soviet Union at its heart. So what do we know so far about the upcoming update and what changes it will bring to the game? In this video I will take a closer look at the announced changes and their impact on the game. At the end of this video I will leave some room for speculation about other features I would like to see in the update, so stay tuned. Let's get started. First of all, may I say on behalf of many Hearts of Iron 4 players, Gee Paradox, what took you so long? Many players have been waiting on news on an updated Soviet focus tree since the release of Hearts of Iron 4. It is great to finally see Paradox giving proper attention to the most important front of World War II, and a country that played the most significant role in the defeat of Germany. It is even more gratifying to see that this is happening with an update to how supplies and infrastructure work in the game, since the Eastern Front was like nothing the Germans had experienced in any of their other fronts when fighting Poland, France, and in Africa. So let's see what changes Barbarossa brings to the infrastructure system in Hearts of Iron 4. The current infrastructure system in Hearts of Iron 4 is very abstract, and one abstraction Paradox seem to have decided to address is the importance of railways and railway hubs as supply centers during World War II. The new update will change the current abstraction of infrastructure into dedicated railways, with each railway having its own level. On top of that, new equipment types that will work with the rail network will be introduced. Among them are trains which the player will need to build, maintain, and upgrade. This is a major change to the existing system and will no doubt require players to divert some of their military production to maintain their rail network and the production of trains to supply their troops. Another significant change is that supplies for your troops cannot be drawn from supply hubs. This means that they are no longer pulled exclusively from your capital, and these hubs will allow you to support troops that are further from the capital, as long as enough supplies are brought to these supply hubs. Cities and ports will function as supply hubs, but you will also be able to build dedicated supply hubs. It'll be interesting to see how these changes will affect the use of sabotage missions, which weren't used all that much in the current versions of the game. These supply hubs will most probably become the prime targets for these missions, either by your enemies or by governments in exile. In general, a reworked supply system can have massive implications for many countries like Yugoslavia, Greece, and China, all of whom face a superior enemy and have to use all available measures to weaken their superior foe. No doubt playing the game with the new system might feel very different to what we're used to by now. While Poland received a focus tree on the day of release of Hearts of Iron 4, its focus tree left a lot to be desired. It was disappointing to see Poland continue to be left out of subsequent updates and not given proper treatment by Paradox when you consider its central role during the time period. The new focus tree for Poland seems promising in delivering a proper update for Poland, with various branches meant to tackle many of the issues the country had faced during the time. I did not take an in-depth look at the focus tree since I like to explore these on my own, but from the few things that I did read, it seems the new focus tree is a vast improvement over the old one. Parts of the focus tree were not revealed, and I hope that these are the parts that will deal with how Poland can continue to be an interesting choice even after it is conquered by Germany. The government in exile mechanic overall is a bit bland at the moment, and I hope that we can at least get some more buffs to Poland that can perhaps create some chaos with German supplies with the new infrastructure and supply mechanics. The best news about the Polish rework is that it's going to be free for everyone, so you won't have to pay to play the new Polish focus tree. Alright, now let's speculate a little bit. With the update focusing on the Eastern Front, I have to wonder if we are going to see an improvement to the Winter War between the Soviet Union and Finland. Another conflict that at the moment is pretty bland and could become really interesting and engaging with the new DLC. The Winter War was a harsh lesson for the Soviet Union, who rushed to it blindly, thinking that Finland is a small country that can be pushed around and conquered within a few months. The next DLC could be a chance to introduce a unique focus tree for Finland, another country which was at the forefront of events in World War II and did not receive the attention they deserve. Don't know about you, but I would love to try a game as Finland that has to hold off the swarm of attacks by the Soviets. Perhaps if Finland wins the war by forcing the Soviets to white peace, they can take a leading role among the Nordic and Baltic countries and form a faction of their own. Another thing I'm wondering about is, are we going to get some kind of a special resolution for a German victory over the Soviets? Right now, when Germany wins, in most cases it just annexes the vast territories of Russia, which looks and feels rather absurd. Not sure what is the best solution there, since there are many options, but maybe we'll get some options to deal with that situation. Alright, that's it for this summary video of Barbarossa. This is an update that I'm going to follow closely. Hopefully it will be a significant change to the Hoi4 formula, which by now feels a bit repetitive to me. What are your thoughts on the upcoming update and DLC? Speculate in the comments about the name of the next DLC. Personally, I'm leaning towards a simple name like the Eastern Front, or something a bit more inspiring like Not One Step Back. See you in the next one. Bye bye.